It's for Nasha for I daily update TV so what I share and I say and then first time I share so any dino book and so now I subscribe my singing to be an oshibia obeying notification for so now share so and my visa be share more than for so any beauty for me and goes to the issue. Now upon as you say on you to make share help Bawumia officer and can try say NAPO and I say all begging for a Wontumi for a reconciliation I just say 1% on my friendship ɛwɔ NPP amanyɔkuo no mu ɔmo ba back to ɛyɛ normal sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo ne abɛtumi campaign for ɛyɛ Bawumia na ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ reporter bi a ɔwɔ ɛyɛ NPP mu no aba abɔnten abɛleki saa information yi a ɛsii ɛwɔ office hɔ a kyerɛ sɛ ɛmu ɔwerɛ me yie paa ɛho information nyinaa no yɛbɛkɔ akɔtie afiri ne hɔ ɔmo sɛ running mate issue no like ɛnkɔ yie wɔ ɛyɛ NPP amanyɔkuo no mu koraa mpo owie na ɔkaa sɛ chaos paa hete Jubilee House a over the running mate issue na kyerɛ sɛ Fremont Pare ɛne nkurɔfoɔ mmɛkanka ho Joe mu nyinaa na nkɔmmɔ opportunity sɛ nkɔmmɔ bɛtumi abɛyɛ running mate for ɛyɛ Bawumia nanso attending into war a kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa owie na ɔka sɛ dum so issue no nso affect ɛyɛ NAPO paa the vision to become a running mate for anaasɛ the vision to become a vice president in Ghana no because and the appear could be class on pen no so kam ne nkutie saa report no
Party unity essentially for enhancing Dr. Bawumia's chance popularly in the Ashanti region, a stronghold of the new patriotic party NPP. Yeah, from your assessment as also a student of intelligence on the ground, do you see that Dr. Matthew Puku Prempeh is one of a candidate so popular among who in the NPP as of when he was appointed as a minister, all the way from energy, walk into the office of the corridors of the energy ministry, and that of what is now associated with NAPO as that of a man responsible for the current doomsday shift power, erratic power supply and all of that. Juxtapose that so-called popularity to that of what we are reading here. Is there any connection? Does it synchronize?
So by the report, they are saying that he has very strong connection with the grassroots. But as to whether that connection is across the nation is another question to be asked.
Very good one there.
Is his popularity strong in the Ashanti region or is across board? That is one question a lot of people are asking. He may be very popular in the Ashanti region. Is he that popular across board? So it also depends on the party, what they intend to do. What is their focus in choosing a running mate? Because one thing you consider in choosing a running mate is a candidate that will complement the flag bearer.
Yeah.
Where his weakness is to be your strength. You should not be a candidate that will be a substitute to the flag bearer. So the popularity, I think their focus is in Ashanti region.
Yeah.
And they feel that amongst all the candidates that have been brought to the flag bearer or the names that came to the flag bearer for him to select from, NAPO is more popular in the Ashanti region than any other candidate.
Oh, I see. So then if I get that correct, it means that the party's priority now is you be in free Ashanti region just to close our head, kind of. Not necessarily because of what, but because of party umbilical cord connect to Ashanti region. So we should have
because this statement states it also this will potentially for unity, essential for enhancing Dr. Bawumia's chances, particularly in the Ashanti region, a stronghold of the new patriotic party. So it means that the Ashanti region is key in the choice of the running mate.
But we do not know now whether or not choosing the person from Ashanti region perhaps can consolidate some meaningful figures that will make NPP go for glory. Do we know that?
From what we said, we do not know. But I do not know what the parties have seen. Probably they also have their intelligence and that's how they want to go about things.
Great one.
But from where we sit, as to whether it will work or not, it can be counterproductive or productive at the end of the day.
Wow.
So depending on how things go and his ability to be able to pull everybody along will determine whether they will be able to make meaningful impact in the Ashanti region or not. Because he's having opposition people from the Ashanti region, some that are key in the NPP.
Yeah, shape yourself. We are losing you.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, sir.
So it means that Dr. Opoku Prempeh, if he's officially unveiled as the running mate to Dr. Bawumia, has a lot of work to do in bringing everybody on board to ensure that the impact they want him to make, especially in the Ashanti region, is made. So he's having a opposition even from some members within the Ashanti region. One of them from the onset was the Richard Chairman. He was having issues with him. But I think if you watch if you watch what is happening now, I think they've started that process of reconciliation. Because I saw NAPO, pictures of NAPO and the regional chairman, together with the flag bearer in an office the day or the day before they went to meet the majority caucus in Parliament. Probably they started that reconciliation. So it's a lot of work. It's a tall order for him. He needs to do a lot of work to bring people on board.
Great one. Now put this one there. Put this one down. We'll come to it. That is whether or not 5 months to go to the polls. Of course, they are looking forward to that of rebranding NAPO on one side of the coin. And I don't know what it means by that rebranding. But then let's go to the conclusion part of it. This conclusion is reinforced by an early survey conducted by the NIB in January 2024, which assessed electorate's choice of running mates across Ghana. So it means another report to us, our report, and also Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh was preferred among voters for the choice of running mates. And also
the report in January if you recall, when we interviewed Mr. Tamaklo,
David Tamaklo, yes,
he made mention that that report, the electorate was more than the delegates, the number of people they interviewed. They were not restricted to only party delegates. It was across all the party members, and the numbers were more than this. And according to him, in that particular report, it emerged that Honorable Kennedy Ohine Japon was ahead of every other person as a running mate when they conducted that poll.
Good. Now, Yao, are you there?
I'm here.
Great. Now listen to this one. And now I want to revisit the earlier word or question I put there. I said, take a note. I said, now, given Dr. Prempeh's current role as the Minister of Energy, the ongoing power crisis in Ghana could impact his candidacy. This is it. Could what? Impact his candidacy. Therefore, the government may need to implement necessary measures to solidify his competence in managing the energy sector, thereby enhancing the party's prospects in the 2024 general elections. Of course, are we then now looking at rebranding NAPO some sort? Correct?
Definitely. If you want him to be a running mate to the flag bearer, and he has issues around him, you need to find a way to rebrand him. So I think that it is one of the reasons why they delayed in bringing up the name of NAPO.
I see.
Because you could realize that from the beginning of the year, we're having serious issues with electricity. And mentioning his name at that point in time would have been very, very dangerous for the party. So the electricity situation is a bit more stabilized now. So they feel it's the best time to bring him up. But he has already had issues with a lot of people. He's made some comment that people do not agree with him. People do not agree with him. When people were complaining about doing so, they should come up with a timetable. He said people should go and come up with their own timetable if they feel that there is doing so. And since his name came up, people are coming up with videos and audios of certain things he said in the past. But in politics, these things are meant to, they are bound to happen. Whatever you say today can be used against you tomorrow. So, and all the people that we are looking at them, they all have issues in one way or the other. But probably the MPP feels it will be easier for them to rebrand NAPO than rebranding any other person. That is why they are coming up with things. So
I see. But yeah, from your perspectives and from your standpoint, do you foresee that so easy to rebrand NAPO juxtaposing even the very strongest opposition he's facing in parliament, you know, given the circumstances of where Andy Apiakubi is coming, the former majority leader is coming from, and a few others. Would it a bit too easy for NAPO to sail through? Another report coming from various corridors. In fact, a journalist out there in the United States is also ready to release some bombshells. Come Sunday, my own brother Taylor, and all of that. How do you think a bear so comfortable? And maybe the front line would also release some. How do you think NAPO will be able to manage all of this in the space of time?
It is not going to be easy. It is not going to be an easy task at all. But perhaps, maybe as your mantra says, it is possible. It is possible for him to be rebranded, but it's not going to be an easy task. Yes, because we have a short period to elections. So if his name had come up earlier in the year, or probably towards the end of last year, you have a longer period to do a rebranding. And you know, these Junso issues,
how do you think
Junso issues na hanko for it is a very big tax. So we just have to gauge the space and see how NPP is going to carry out this issue with NAPO and how to manage it efficiently. Because a very difficult amount. But as the mantra says, it's possible. So they feel that it is possible to rebrand him within this short period of time.
Great,
to be able to win elections.
Make a sense of what the former majority leader is quoted to have said. Say yes, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia should look at the consideration of not to go for a hot-headed, arrogant person, kind of, and all the such comments coming flying on the faces of this, and again, all of them also coming from Ashanti region. Try to make a sense of this.
I think a lot of people are saying that NAPO as a person exhibits some sort of, and in his demeanor, in every way he does things. But as a running mate, he was more or less like you are supposed to be at the service of the flag bearer. So if his ego is such that it will be difficult for him to subject himself to what the dictates of the flag bearer, then it is going to create some sort of friction. I think that is where the former majority leader is coming from, the angle from which he's speaking. He needs somebody that will be somebody that will listen to him, somebody that will subject himself to the control of the flag bearer. If not, then there's going to be some friction and it will affect the way they do things. But I don't know, perhaps maybe NAPO is willing to do that. If not, the perception out there is that he's an arrogant person. And it will be difficult for him to be willing to serve Dr. Bawumia. But as you always say, time will tell. Nobody knows what can happen.
Now, I want you to make a sense of this for
Bawumia firstly reconcile them and also bring it back to normal friendship no Ashanti region more office one science seminar kusi information for reporter na just na nya asanketo no and our cousin the internal meet no issue am I na poni say yes na boy a fine gentleman and so ne kasemu no ne kasanye like uti na and say umwa de any ade no like we arrogant and yama be no I just say more renewed by apote fi ASA report you were organs doing so affecting a pupa vision to become a president, become a vice president. Information which I just say and the appear could be also and pen up a home videos in an circulating social media and 10 times one a some betwa. He can't send me brana a interest to beat him or drink channel. I could comment at a bit in one share more than for so any biashi. Subscribe many dinner book so I daily update TV. So